Well, here's one more game piece to show off from the Steam Curator feed. Been getting quite a few, but this will be the last one I hope for a little while. Let's check her out. Loading, loading, loading. That's lots of fun, I guess. And here we are. So, yes, this is an early access build. Expect to occasionally encounter minor bugs and please report them via Steam discussion forum. And the game is basically called Artist Life Simulator. Now, when I was basically viewing the little, memo basically from the developer about this game, he basically mentioned that this is essentially inspired by, Cultist Simulator. So, I sort of expect that it's going to have, that sort of, you play cards and, they have, times and stuff like that, maybe attached to them and stuff like that. But other than that, let's just jump into it, and we'll see how it goes. So, choose your character. We have Vincia Einstone. A young student of classical arts, Vincia Einstone is a rebellious spirit, looking to prove herself in a world of modern painting, dominated by old men. Her style shows early signs of brilliance, and she is ready to work hard. She has arrived to Nova Opportunia with almost empty pockets, but she's full of optimism. And then we have Andy Flowers. A very talented is somewhat uneducated artist from a poor family. Andre has been supporting his mother his whole life. After her death, he decided to move to Nova Opportunia to become a full-time painter, and perhaps one day create a painting that would change the world. And then we have Charles Eiffel. A distant relative of some minor noble, Charles Eiffel received the large inheritance years ago, of what relatively little remains today. Mr. Eiffel has painted all his life as a hobby, but recently some of his pieces have been sold for considerable sums. Unfortunately, he finds it difficult to paint without drinking at least a little, which usually means a lot. As the inheritance is running out, Charles has decided to turn new pages in his life, quit drinking for a while, and move to Nova Opportunia to work as a full-time painter. Alright, so I guess we'll go with the first character we basically see, so let's go with Vincia here, and let's just set off into our journey. The arrival. I finally moved to Nova Opportunia, the world center of contemporary art. Unpack the mirror. I am a young, full of optimism, and physically fit. Keep looking into the mirror. Let's put that there for now. But I came here as a mortal, like everyone else. If I run out of health or sanity, my life will end. Yet, I must use these for challenges which need physical effort or willpower. So basically, here's our health. Basically, when this runs out, we die. And here's our sanity. And when this runs out, we lose our, sanity, I guess. So let's just read a little bit about this stuff here. So health. The condition of my mortal body, one day I will surely die. I might regain health with long walks in the park, not guaranteed. At least time and effort. Or I could visit the city drugstore. There's our health. Alright. And then here's our sanity. My capacity to make logical decisions and cope with society. These represent my willpower, sanity, and mental readiness to focus. This can be gained from a variety of sources, such as visiting peaceful places like the ocean, or from thinking and talking about things. Or you can buy some pills from the drugstore. I love the drugstore is essentially your go-to heal up your place. But whatever. Let's throw this all over there. Note to self. Any and all important information is shown in the covered hover text. Reading hover text in the new cards is necessary for understanding and playing the game. The cost of life. Studio rent, painting supplies, food, and water are just tips of the iceberg. The cost of life card will be eating away my wealth with each timer cycle, punishing me harshly if I cannot pay. So, If I cannot pay when needed, I will lose health, sanity, and reputation instead, to somehow cover my rent and barest necessities. So, -1 wealth every 50 seconds. If wealth is above 9, may evolve into expensive life every 50 seconds. Ooh! So you want to be very careful about, like, going, like, too high for, like, your money, I guess, early on, I bet. So the arrived to my own new home. I will be unpacking my items and cleaning up the studio that I'll be living and working in. And by the way, I can basically place these wherever I want to, so that's nice. Optimism is to green feeling. It solves pessimism, worry, nagging sensation, and drought. Alright, well I can't exactly like hover over that stuff I guess, but you get the idea. Alright, so fortunately I have some savings, and a painting that I haven't sold yet. And a rock painting at that, apparently. So, in a rock painting, a visualization of love and lust, key inspiration must be 2 characters, and other inspiration can be red feelings. Suggestion palette value is 5. We got some wealth here. Material wealth is just freedom, translated into numbers. If I cannot pay when needed, I will lose health, sanity, and reputation instead to cover it somehow. So apparently, like, you can't move these around. You have to like be stuck on the side here. He's like free right here, I guess. So we'll just put this right here then, so I can basically like, see it. Selling paintings will be my main source of income. Estimated painting value is shown in the painting hover text, although this is very subjective estimation. So it might be 5, by the way, but it might be like I might get less for it, probably. The Art Palace. The best place to sell paintings is this building, although it won't be always open. Alright, so obviously you can't sell like, whenever you want to. To sell a painting, I must visit the Art Palace together with a painting. I enjoy choosing when I spend time the next couple of days or few weeks or months without making it too specific. Alright. Note to self, cards or card slots that interact with each other get highlighted when hovered. I should visit the palace now when with my painting and then on freeze time. Alright, so we got ourselves a painting and we got a visit. So we gotta take our painting here with us. Alright, let's just start. Now, basically how this Cultist Simulator basically works is that essentially like you have a bunch of cards, and you basically have like this sort of like ongoing like timer thing where like each thing will count down to basically do specific actions. So let's just press spacebar and see if it does anything. So yeah, we're basically like we're counting this down now. And I press space, it'll basically pause again. And you can see like a little bar apparently where like we see like how long it's basically going. Now, I wasn't very sure by the way, but apparently, like, it actually stops like the counter when you basically, complete an action. I wasted a second because I basically pressed spacebar and press it again, but whatever. All right, so an important museum curator bought my painting for a considerable sum of money. The palace has been closed for redecorations, so basically we can't go to like the palace again because basically it's closed. All right, so we got ourselves some reputation here. Reputation is a requirement for many things, such as participating in exhibitations or unlocking life upgrades. People seem to mostly remember names, faces, and mistakes. The most foolproof way to acquire reputation is selling paintings, but I could always hang out in the art plaza in hopes of associating with art people. And of course, that's another resource. So, by the way, like in this game, you have like resources basically over here. Those are basically resources are essentially like what you use basically to do stuff. And over here you have like your cards that basically like count down for like certain things, like they interact with like your resources negatively. These will possibly like be positive if you get to it. Alright, so passion. My capacity to create. Each passion adds +1 to painting value, and it might be regained after painting. I cannot paint without passion. To receive creative passion, I must simply live boldly, as life regularly ignites my passion. Another option is to attempt buying exotic drugs from the dark alleys. So, drugs, because why not? Oh, look at that. It goes over here as a resource. Cool. We already know what wealth basically does, so we'll throw it right there. So, we sold our rock painting, so I guess it's gone. And then we have feel like painting, a yellow feeling. So I feel like painting. So, let's just put this right here for now. Selling paintings usually brings wealth, reputation, and good feelings. The art palace will be closed for redecoration after the event. So we sold that, painting there. We got a little bit of wealth for it. Now I basically have to wait for it basically time to run out again, so we can basically do stuff. Thinking. I can think about almost anything with a variety of results. For example, I can use thinking to freeze my cost of life and sometimes even reset it. So, thinking about things can bring them back to my attention, or even solve problems and save money. Thinking about unwanted conditions has a 30% chance of removing them. Alright, so basically this or get rid of stuff we don't like. Thinking about the cost of life means paying attention to spending and trying to save money. I should think about the cost of life now, and wait for its results. Time flow can be set to fast forward from the time bar at the bottom left screen. Alright, so basically think about the cost of life here. So, pay attention to spending. Think about ways to reduce expenses and live frugally. I can almost live free if I keep my attention focused at this time. Timer stops during the process. Oh, okay, so it stops the process. Okay. So we're actually going to stop, the cost of life basically from ticking down until this is out of the way first. Let's just go fast forward at this point, so basically you can see, it stop on its own. And yeah, you notice that basically everything else stops by itself, so. I've found ways to earn small amounts of money by helping others. Cost of life time reset. Ooh, we actually set the timer as well. Why not? Whoops, I didn't get a chance to read all that, I guess, but whatever. Maybe I read it, I'm not sure. Alright, so, refreshing feelings and memories. In addition to saving money, think I can also use refresh feelings or memories before they are forgotten, and other things. Basically, refresh this stuff so it doesn't, get forgotten. So, also useful. Alright, creative passion. Passion is the fuel necessary for painting, and a few other things. For example, each inspiration card used in a painting costs 1 passion. Creative passion. Passion is the fuel necessary for painting, and a few other things. For example, each inspiration card used in a painting requires 1 passion. Painting anything needs an inspiration. Locations, feelings, ideas, memories, characters, or conditions. Painting is much better chance to remove unwanted mental conditions than talking or thinking about them. Okay, so painting is basically our way to get rid of our frustrations and stuff like that, better than thinking. Alright, so we see the painting action. Painting types. The first card I use in a painting, in the leftmost card slot, determines painting type, and usable secondary inspirations. Alright, so, basically, we go for optimism here, I guess that's, that'll be the first move we go for, and then just builds onto it perhaps. I should paint now, and wait for results. The time panel can be used to pause, hotkey space, so basically tells us how to pause it, or speed up. The game automatically pauses default settings when an action is completed. So by default, basically, it actually pauses the game for us, so that's nice. Alright, well, let's go for... maybe optimism here, so... we will create an abstract painting, inspired by memory. The leftmost inspiration determines painting type, while additional inspirations can increase painting value. So, basically, just like our painting type here. So, paint together with other inspirations to create an abstract painting. The leftmost inspiration determines the painting type, while additional inspirations can increase painting value. So, if I go like this, Alright, so basically not like, really telling me what anything to change here, but whatever. So this will cost 2 fashion, take 40 seconds to do it. Inspiration is +4. Passion is like, 0 to 2. Results are 1 to 6. I have no idea what that means, but okay. So look at this, by the way. So we can basically like use any feeling, location, or memory basically as a target, but the inspiration, passion, any inspiration here for this other stuff here. So these other ones can't use location apparently, but whatever. Alright, let's just start then. So we'll put this right here. We'll start painting. And we'll just get it done. Alright, so I finished it. An abstract piece based on feeling, like painting. I hope people like it. Alright, so we consumed our feel like painting and memory of optimism, but we got ourselves an abstract painting. It's got value free. So something abstract. The key inspiration is feeling, memory, or idea. So we'll collect all. And we'll put this right here for now. So paint the results. Finishing a painting consumes mental inspirations, but not physical ones, like characters or locations. I also have a chance to regain some passion that was used in the painting. So apparently you can regain some of the passion you used. So we got some back from that. That's nice. The park. Regarding physical locations, the Nova Opportunity Park is a great location for relaxing and restoring my bodily vigor. I can use any location, also a low value inspirations for painting. So basically I can use this for painting if I want to eventually. The Bar Avenue. There's a famous avenue in the middle of the city, filled with bars and establishments of entertainment. A good place for meeting new people. So basically we can go to meet people. Bye, the park. The park and spa is a greenery around the city, allowing my mind and body to relax, restoring vigor and willpower. And in the Bar Avenue, an avenue of bars and establishments of entertainment in the night. These are crowded with men and women, looking for souls and drink and talk. This artery of the city is a thinly veiled market of pleasures and passions. There is nothing good to do here without coin. So, you take Coinbase to do the Bar Avenue stuff. Alright, so, discovering new locations. There are many areas in Nova Opportunia that I haven't explored. Visit the city streets allows me to discover new places of interest. So, basically go here to explore and find new places to find, okay? So, Nova Opportunia, culture capital of the world. Exploring its streets is the best way to discover new locations of importance. I may also try selling some of my less successful paintings here on the streets, although tourists usually do not pay the full price. So basically, if I have trash paintings, I should probably go to the city to sell them because, I could probably get better results selling at the art palace for stuff than this crap here. Good enough. Alright, so upgrades of life. The upgrades may make my life a lot easier, and they can be unlocked from the eye button on the lower edge of the screen. So, open life upgrades tree. So, we got basically the art of frugality is basically available. I'm already living a very modest life, but I will learn to live even more cheaply. The cost of life cycles becomes 10 seconds longer permanently, so basically increase the amount of time it takes to have to pay again. The hard worker. A new skill that provides a 50% chance to earn an extra 1 wealth with side jobs. And a job hunt. Finding a side job in Nova Opportunia is not difficult, but I need at least a little local reputation before I start seeking job opportunities. I should also buy some new clothes and shoes. I hear that first impressions matter a lot here. Alright, well. So, finding a side job in Nova Opportunia is not difficult, but I need at least a little location before I start looking for it. Okay. So, I guess in order to get this, we have to spend a little bit of reputation for it. So, do this. Alright, it's basically you have to spend money basically to make money, so to speak. So, alright. So, progress 100. Alright, well, we'll basically do that little upgrade there, and, it'd be nice, I think, if, this would be, maybe, on, the corner or stuff like that, so you basically can see it, perhaps, if you want to. Like I like to have like something like this, like, you know, in like the background, so you can basically see, like, you know, you're like, you know, things taken down. But whatever. So that's in progress. I'm now ready to start my career in Nova Opportunia. If I need coin and Art Palace happens to be closed, I can sell my paintings in the city, streets, or the Bar Avenue. Although this will be less profitable. So you can sell them here as well, apparently. It's good to know. New goal in life. My next step should be earning more reputation and wealth to establish myself, and attain a few upgrades of life. Alright, so remember this goal. My next step should be acquiring at least 5 reputation. Having a good local reputation is a requirement for many valuable life upgrades and possible invitations. Sorry, that's good to have. Put it right there, I guess. My ultimate end goal remains creating a painting that will change the world, but I will come back to this later. Perhaps now is a good time to organize the cards given to me about life and place them in a board according to personal preferences. End of actual introduction. A few tips might be followed later. Okay. Alright, so at this point we've essentially, like, you know, gone through the tutorial here. So now I'm basically playing on my lonesome here, so we'll see how it basically goes. Alright, so we have a little bit of like painting we basically do here. And, you know, we got the city, the park, the Bar Avenue. Alright, so we can go here basically to, like, you know, try and, like, you know, socialize a little bit, maybe get some reputation. That'd be good for, like, you know, health and vigor maybe later on. Alright, well, let's just go, like, you know, visit the city to start off with here, so we're gonna see how basically this goes. So I'll spend some time exploring the city streets to discover new places of opportunities. Walking is good for developing ideas and sometimes memories come up. So, you know, possibly it's useful. We're not gonna go like sell anything, so that's fine. We'll just start like as we are right now. Alright, so I do have a chance basically to think about stuff, so let's think about our painting here. Think about a painting. We'll think about our painting and then paint. Alright, so we're having our suitable cards basically for this one, so is this worth basically doing? Here's the thing, by the way. Sometimes it might be not worth the paint as a thing, so I gotta watch out for that. It might be better not to paint anything from them while basically trying to like build up something to, like, you know, think about it or stuff like that, so maybe I'll like hold off on painting this for a little bit here. Now let's let this stuff count down. Whoop! Wow, we are still on fast forward here apparently, so that's something to watch out for. It doesn't, like, you know, this, like, you know, especially like, you know, activate like normal speed, like, you know, activate like the last speed you basically have right there. Oh, you had to pay like cost of life there, so that went down a little bit there, so that happened. Alright, so I've reached the famous cultural Plaza. I could spend hours or days here to appreciate the various forms of art available and gain inspiration or new ideas. I might also meet other art lovers here. So basically, you know, you got the cultural Plaza. And well, you guys moved the board. That's nice to know. Well, let's put the location up here, I guess, for now. The Center of Culture is filled and shrouded with galleries, sculptures, theaters, and other art venues. Visiting provides an opportunity to gain inspiration, new ideas, and reputation, amongst other opportunities. Alright, so let's visit the Culture Plaza and see what we can basically find here. That seems like a good idea. Alright, so we're gonna basically wait 20 seconds for like both these places to like the time out here a little bit, so let's go normal speed here. You know, in many ways this actually reminds me of, like, you know, a lot of like Derelict Void, because basically like, you're just waiting for like the next activity to basically happen, so you basically need to push on. Alright, so, and wanted conditions of the mind. Aha! Yet another mental unwanted conditions. These unpleasant moods are often mistaken, called feelings, but there's a crucial difference. I do not desire to have these emotions, and they come as uninvited guests. Unwanted conditions also don't become memories, like normal feelings. Instead, they may become worse in time. For example, irritation might become anger, and then fury, or melancholy may become sadness, and then proper unhappiness. So basically, these are like, things I don't want. Getting rid of unwanted conditions. Some unwanted mental conditions may evolve from bad to worse. It's important to get rid of them as soon as possible. I can do this by painting them away or thinking or talking about them. Each condition can be instantly solved by one or many directly opposing cards. For example, sadness can be instantly removed by happiness, and suitable solvers are listed in the hover text of each unwanted condition. Okay. Alright, so basically, looking at painting was actually a bad idea, I guess, so we got ourselves a nagging, sensation here as a result of that, which is not great, but whatever. Alright, well, what do I want to think about at this point? I can basically try and think about my nagging sensation I want to, but, that serves, defeats the purpose of basically, getting, something to paint about, so let's think about the park, perhaps. Well, that'll take 40 seconds basically to do this one, so maybe not. I still like the Cultist Plaza here basically do this. Let's just like press pause for a moment. So, seeing the works of famous contemporary artists made me doubt my prospects in life in establishing art. So we got ourselves doubt here. Solved by any feeling, counted by any feeling. Every cycle -1 idea may evolve into worry, basically later on. Alright, well. I'm not sure that's actually a good thing basically to do, but whatever. We'll go to the Cultural Plaza and start thinking a little bit, I think. And while we're basically got visit basically up, let's go to the city here with this abstract paint to get rid of it maybe. So, attempt to sell painting on the streets for cheap. Only rarely will buyer pay the painting's full price here. I will discover new locations while I'm selling the painting. So basically, we'll try and sell this painting here, get rid of it. Now let's just try and paint here a little bit. So, let's paint the park. Or I guess we can't because there's no suitable cards here. So, all right. I was hoping I could possibly, be able to paint these both away, but I guess not. Alright, well. Let's just try and get rid of this doubt here, I guess, and we'll see how this goes. So let's try and paint a doubt here, I guess. Ooh. So this will take a big 50 basically to do, so, basically getting rid of something like bad ceilings will take a while to do, I guess. I gotta watch out for that. Let's just fast forward here. Alright, I didn't find any buyers, but I heard about this job. So, probably stolen boat painter job opportunity. Okay, so I heard about the job basically taking out my thing here. That's cool. We got ourselves abstract painter basically here again, and we got ourselves the possible stolen boat painter job opportunity. So basically, there's a chance for us to disappear after 100 seconds. Gotta watch out for that, I guess. All right. Well, let's go visit the job opportunity, I think. So, why would anyone paint over an already well-painted boat? That's precisely the question I won't ask from my employer. It's required for a job that promises to pay well. So, basically, I can pay sanity here for a little bit of wealth, I guess. This is what it's basically trade for. So we'll start that. Lose a little bit of sanity, that's fine. Let's keep going on. Alright, so the boat was obviously Alright, so, I have to watch out for pausing in this game, but whatever. The boat was obviously stolen, especially because the local law guardians arrived to the scene as I was finishing. I was lucky to escape the chase. I never saw my employers again, or my promised payments. So basically, like, you know, we have, like, you know, basically, like, you know, we were basically painting over, like, a, you know, someone's, like, boat, and, like, it was stolen, so basically they're just trying to, like, you know, cover up the fact that it's stolen. So remember yesterday, can we use this information in painting? Can we talk or thought about? Okay, so thinking about the culture plots made me fall asleep. It's not the most exciting things to think about. Okay, well, not useful. Alright, so, memories. All feelings and people might become memories of themselves, due to merciless effects of time. However, I can use thinking and talking to keep memories from being forgotten completely. I can also use memories for painting, talking, or thinking, like any other inspiration cards. Alright, well, by the way, just turned into irritation up here, so that's kind of an issue, but whatever. You know, I can visit here now, so basically, like, go here with like the acid paint to try and sell it. Get rid of it, I guess. I'm gonna wait a few seconds for this to happen first, so never mind. Let's think about. My wealth is going down, by the way, so we're just gonna hold that off for a moment, so basically don't lose my wealth here for a little bit here. Let's just see what I can paint here with my doubt thing. So, I finished it, a simple mood piece showing an unwanted condition of a psyche. So, a mood painting. So, apparently I didn't get rid of doubt here, by the way, so we just got ourselves like a crappy paint to basically resolve that, so okay. Let's just go to the art pause here to get rid of this for now. Alright, well, let's try and paint our irritation away, by the way. So, I'll note this is probably a condition, we can't, like, use it basically, like, you know, go in here. Ooh. So I can paint together with art inspiration basically to try and create something better. Alright. So basically try to get, like, you know, back, you know, stuff this way. That's cool. Let's try painting this and see what we basically get from it, I guess. So we get some money basically from this right here. Alright, so I spent my reputation as a decent human being and bought fine garments to impress potential future employers. So, okay, so it's basically, you know, our thing down here. We just got our job hunt basically done here. So collect all. So we're also a job hunt. So talking with somebody using a skill may result in a job opportunity. If there's a chance, that's nice to see. And I want to basically try and like research something else as well. So. Let's try and throw some sanity in here, I guess. Okay, so I need some reputation before I can get the other stuff here, so we gotta watch out for that, I guess, for a little bit, but it's fine. Alright, well, let's just like keep going here, I guess, for now. My life's a mess, by the way. So, a museum curator bought my paintings for a considerable sum of money. The palace has been closed for redecorations, but will open shortly. Alright, so we get some reputation, we get some passion, we get some wealth, we get some pleasure. So, a yellow feeling, that's nice to see. Collect all. So, pleasure is probably like, you know, a good feeling to have, so we can probably like trade this for like other stuff perhaps. And let's just see here. Feelings. All feelings can be used as inspiration when paintings. The number of feeling cards represent their current inspiration value, which will be directly added to painting value. Feelings can also be used to counter unwanted mental conditions during painting, talking, or thinking, or to solve specific conditions. instantly by dragging the suitable feelings, for example, happiness, on top of the target condition sadness. I'll try to remember this. Alright, well. Let's try going to the bar menu perhaps for a little bit with, I could take a paint base and try and sell it, but, alright, so I have to actually throw in, like, money base to do stuff here, I guess. That's fine. We'll start. Let's see what doubt basically turns into, I guess. So it'll turn to worry, I guess. So yeah, doubt basically like turn into doubt again, I guess. That's fine. And I'll stop basically right there for a moment. I saved some money by paying attention to various costs in my life. Perhaps I should find and work with a side job if times are tough. Okay, so basically, like, we got this for a little bit. At this point, thinking about feelings resets timer, otherwise it'll turn into a memory after time runs out. Thinking about two feelings of the same color allows merging them. Cool, so you actually can merge like feelings by the way to make them like better feelings or something like that perhaps. But I just want to actually pause this so like we keep this for like later on. Alright, so I met an interesting character, a fellow artist. He lives in poverty, but his poems are like magic that drags the bare truth into the city center for all to see. So we got ourselves the poor poet over here. Basically, if painted first, any chance to lose one wealth. We got the bar of it again. We got to talk. So basically, just like how we like to talk to other people and try to get like unwanted conditions basically out of the way and stuff like that. And empathy. So yellow feeling, hooray! Collect all. All right, so people. I've met an interesting person. I can talk with people about anything, even ask them to help me with money, cost of life, or help getting rid of unwanted conditions. Talking with characters about passion might reveal their favorite subjects or deeper longings. Talking about unpleasant things might drive them away from me, possibly permanently. Talking about other things yield a variety of results worthy of exploring. Alright, well, at this point I think we basically, shown off a lot of like what this game's basically all about. Essentially, if you've played like Cultist Simulator, then you're gonna like, see like a lot of like, similarities between like this game and like the other one. And but I know that that this is basically like all staying on the screen here, so I guess like there's like a big part of like you like to hover around basically trying to like figure out what the like aspects of your life are, and ooh, it can zoom in and zoom out as well. Nice. Good to see. But yes, basically I think it's good enough to basically show off what this game is all about. This is basically Artist Life Simulator, and this is definitely a game I could possibly recommend if like you're into like this like sort of aesthetic perhaps, because maybe you didn't like think much of, like the Cultist Simulator aesthetic, and like you thought like it was a good game concept, but you just didn't like the aesthetics for it. So whatever. Alright, so yes, the game is in early access. I assume it'll probably be improved in many ways, but for now, I hope you guys just enjoyed the recording and take care.